Okay, so since I've hit 100 subscribers, I'm gonna do my special, and it will be like how to patch the old Roblox core scripts. So first you'll need 2016 Studio. That'll be in the description. So I already have it on my hard drive. And I'm gonna open up the Studio Beta. Don't open the launcher because it'll do like and try to update it. This is just the studio itself. You want to play. Also, there's an option you need to have turned on, and it's down here in advanced. You have to turn on Show Core GUI and Explorer while playing. So now, what you want to do is copy Roblox GUI, and then close out the studio. I'm gonna open up the new studio, like version 548. And since my launcher won't work, I have to use the beta. Uh-oh. Don't know what happened here. Oh. Internet doesn't like me. That's why. I don't know why it doesn't have any message for that. Now I can open it up. And also overload my encoding for some reason. Just by opening it up. It's gonna be quite a laggy video. So you have to make like a new place. I'll choose classic base plate, since it doesn't have like a lot of effects, and then now it's off again. Hold on, 1 sec. I'm gonna unplug my antenna, my Wi-Fi receiver, so then it will get no signal. Now I have to plug it back in. Hopefully that'll fix it. And connecting. I don't know why this one has better signal reception, but I'm still gonna do this one because it's more stable. So now with that Roblox GUI you got, you have to paste it in and delete a few stuff. And most of this won't require internet, except for like the video you're watching. I'm gonna delete all the stuff except like all the other frames. Like, I have to delete the backpack, the playlist container, the pop-up frame, purchase dialog, settings shield, top bar container, vehicle HUD frame, and both of the drop-down full screen frames and hurt overlay. So now in here, I'm going to create a script, name it core scripts /topbar.lua. You don't really need this name, it's only that I have to parent it. And also, you have to like get the topbar.lua file. Like when the script /core and like the studio, like here you have to go to content, scripts, core scripts, and topbar.lua. This is the file. I'm gonna delete these few ones, and also this big block of code. So if I start it up, it will be like this error. This is the first one we're gonna fix. So I have to do game:get service. Then I'm gonna replace that with underscore g:"get service. I'm gonna filter like this stuff in the starter GUI. So that it doesn't have to replace, so that it won't like replace all of the modules in this Roblox GUI. There's quite a lot of modules in here. And it's really hard to patch this. If you, for some reason, you want to do it. Now, we are trying to call like a nil value. So first I'm gonna wait 1. And that'll be like, so that it won't like immediately run like before everything's set up. And now attempt to call missing method getService of table. So we're gonna fix that with another local script for initializer and underscore g gets service. And I have to do function before. So now I have to do service name. Return require script dot services service name. And we still haven't implemented it. So if script dot services service name is nil, then error game get service. It will say that it's not a valid service name. Error. And dot. I have to concatenate the service name with it. Then that is not a, and we have to do this. Here is not a valid service name. 0. So it will be like this. And if it isn't, and if it passes through, then it will require it. So we have to make this right now. So services. I don't know why it's recommending animation. And the first one we need is the core GUI. And this will just return the player GUI. And this will like spoof it as like the player GUI as the core GUI for the scripts. And the script.services find his child service name is nil, then that's what I have to do. So now it does get through 1 line, but we have to implement a lot of services, a lot more. So players, I'm gonna keep track of what we need. Players, GUI, service, and user input service starter GUI, context action service, run service, text service, HTTP service, HTTP RBX API service. I'm gonna add local so I can run it without any errors. So first thing is the players. Return game.players module script GUI service. Return game.GUI service. I'll be making like some custom stuff later. So user input service. Return game get service. User input service. And now let's start a GUI. Returning that. Now I need context action service. Return game dot context action service. Now run service. Return game get service run service. Module script text service, and this will return game dot text service. Then the HTTP service return game.http service, and finally HTTP RBX API service. That's the stuff on the list. Now I can't register set core. Local. And I have to return false instead. I don't know why it's set to return true. I think that is just my core modded thing. The core script I've changed. Now I can't get platform, so I'm gonna change that. Find all, replace all. User input service. Get platform. Enum dot platform dot Windows. Let's just say that they're on Windows all the time. So now there's a constant error here on VR.panel3D, and it's happening on Heartbeat 197. Okay. There we go. Now it's a lot quieter. But there's still an error on line 199. Oops. Accidentally dropped my notebook. Okay. We had to do _G colon. And I'll also have a file for load library in the description. If you want to do this also. Now we also have to do that, the same thing. Oh, that's a lot of control frames in Roblox GUI here. They're just the same. And load. And here, the initializer, I have to do function _G colon load library libname. It's gonna be kind of like this, but it's different. Game.replicatestorage.loadLibrary libname. I'm just gonna return if game.replicatestorage.loadLibrary find for child. Return an error. Libname is not a valid library name. SVG load library through an error 0. Gonna return the error. And for some reason, debris is not a valid service name, even though it's not used. So just take this line out. Also, you want to set these two to true, and set core disable. Chat bar to make it false. So it will always be showing. And we also need content provider and the initializer. So now return game.contentProvider. Now we have to find all set verbs, but we're not going to replace them. We didn't mean that S. Okay, so there's a couple set verbs. Gonna get that toolbox out of the way. Okay, so there's a couple here, one here, and one here. Also, I already know, there's gonna be an error in this record. Here, gotta take all those lines out, and it's similar to that, the one for the create stop record icon, but it's just for the text instead. I cannot bind core action, so I'm gonna bind action instead. Gonna add core here. I want to bind action. I'm gonna replace core action with action here. Oh, all those are removed. Use basic mouse sensitivity. $539. Just set this to 2. Okay. Dot master volume equals. I'm gonna make a new volume called master volume. I mean a new function. And function master volume new volume. And we have to make a sound group in sound service. I'm gonna name it like some. I'm gonna name it 2016 SG. You don't really have to name it, but you have to change it in here. Game.soundservice.20. You know, I have to do it in these. If you don't have a number starting at the beginning, then you can just do a dot. And I first have to scan through everything. Workspace, get descendant to if B is a sound, then B dot sound group equals dot sound service dot 2016 SG in these brackets. Workspace dot descendant added connect function D. If D is a sound, then set its sound group. So now I cannot class security check here. I'm gonna go here. Oh. I'm gonna change it to script.parent.sounds. Hey, one sec. Let me position my camera a little lower. Now I cannot settings. Settings dot rendering. The max is 22. It's greater than or equal to 22. Then I'm gonna set it to 21. I'm not gonna change these quality levels.